In my best effort to try and get y'all to slightly convert over to watching me and being okay with like seeing a little bit of Marathon on the channel, I thought I'd do one of these videos where I kind of like, I would like to try to help you guys understand Marathon a little bit from my perspective and everything that I understand. Now, I've done my own little bit of research. I watched videos from other creators, read some of the articles, and I even just watched one of the more recent videos outside of the state of play where they kind of were letting you know what's going on in this world and what the game is about, or what you can expect the game to be about. And realistically, man, I know that a lot of people are going to steer clear from a lot of games if they don't know what the hell is going on. If they can't understand what's going on, what they need to be doing, what's the focus of the game and stuff like that, how it's even played, some people just ain't gonna rock with it. And I can understand that would hurt some of the viewer base too. I want to help the Gojo Clan out. And anybody else that clicks this video, you're more than welcome. So Marathon is an extraction shooter. Now, for me, if you're new here, you don't know this, but I'm not the biggest extraction shooter fan. You know what I mean? It's not that I think the games are bad. I just don't fully understand them. Like, I get the premise of what it's supposed to be about, but then I watch other people play it and I'm like, oh, so they're not doing what the objective of the game is fully. Like, yes, they are extracting with loot, but they're playing it all different styles. But some people would probably say that's the beauty of an extraction shooter. There is no one right way to play the game. But with Marathon, it feels like it's gonna take that and shoot it up into space and extend even that concept. Now, for those of you that be watching my channel and you know that I be playing Warframe, some of the people in the Warframe community told me, oh, it's not that you don't like X, Y, and Z, like for example, a shotgun, it's just you don't like that style of shotgun, but they have so many more to offer. I feel like that's low-key what Marathon is doing. Getting back on track, it is an extraction shooter, and that's gonna be the focus, is to get up in there, get some loot, find the good things that you can, and you can use that to either get yourself some more money. Sounds like you can even get weapon attachments. And obviously there is a PvP aspect, so you can kill other players or the AI, and those things can help you also get better loot. Now, the devs did go into a deep dive on kind of all the different ways you can go about getting loot. There are key cards to help you get into certain access, special locations like hot drops and stuff on the map that you can get to give you better loot and stuff like that. Or for some of you out there that enjoy the play style of kind of waiting it out and seeing if somebody comes out the hot spot, and now you can just jump them all game and knock them off the map and get the loot. But you also got to be careful, because it might be somebody trying to do the exact same thing and they wait for you to get that opportunity. Now they make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm saying is real simple. Y'all already know this. A lot of the people who play extraction shooters and stuff, and even that, I wasn't fully sold on an extraction shooter. I was like, I'm still not there. But for Marathon, from everything that I'm understanding, people are saying that this one is gonna have a little bit of a different feel. Like, if you are a fan of Apex, which I am, think of it almost like if Apex Legends was an extraction shooter. My ears perked up, y'all. I said, oh, hold on now you talking my language. Now, the reason I say Apex is because they actually have classes up in this game. They're called shells, and apparently these runner shells are supposed to be like this cybernetic kind of body. It's not your human body. You gave that up, and you can choose between these shells, almost like you throwing your consciousness into the shells. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense, it feels like you throwing your consciousness into these different shells. Now, they all unique. They all got their own special kits, and they do different things. One kind of feels like a tank from the sounds of it. There's another one that's more stealthy, kind of ratty. Again, this is what the dev said. Ratty play style, where you kind of cloaking up in the shadows. You got smoke screens. You got your scouts. You got your loot goblin shells. And you even have some where the shell is kind of like you go in there with a safe kit, almost like how you would in Arc Raiders. But instead, this one doesn't have any like super special skills or anything like that. And it's a way for you to jump into the game, use that specific shell, and get loot in a game without having to worry about like, man, I could be losing this legendary weapon that I just found last week. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry and risk that. So for me, I think that's like a big separation right there, because I honestly, I love games that have abilities in them, and Apex is the reason I like it. Apex, you gotta take responsibility for me feeling this way. And now Marathon is adding it, and I'm like, hold on, Bungie, what you trying to do? You trying to get the whole world to rock with your game? I'm here for it. We locked in. Some other things that they mentioned in the video is that they're gonna have 4 different maps for you to be able to play in. They all gonna be unique in their own way, which, oh my God, y'all, you wanna talk about unique? The more I watch this game, the more I see it's drawing me in. Cause what I've told people is with this game, the character designs and the game design itself is so interesting to me. Like, I love the colors of it. The color, boy, they knew what they was doing with these colors. Them colors draw you in. The environment, they said they heard all the kind of like backlash. They seen things with the alpha and they was like, they can make the worlds, all 4 of them feel more alive. You know what I'm saying? Like making the day feel more like a hot day. Like it almost feels like just playing in that sunshiny area, you feel like it's a hot ass environment. They made updates to the rain, to the mud, to just like making the environment feel alive, making all 4 of the different maps in the world feel more alive. I was just like, dog, they look so good. Like you go from sunshine, that beautiful showing off all the colors and getting people all immersed, and it's like, ooh, okay, I like this. Then you jump right into the next map, and now this one is feeling a little more dark and it's feeling like eerie, almost like a horror game. You get into the buildings, it looks kind of possessed and like aliens, all types of craziness, dog. I'm telling you, I'm getting excited right now. Like I'm visually seeing all these maps. I know y'all seeing everything on screen, but for me, I'm like, I'm reimagining it. But they've done such an amazing job when it comes to just like making the game look good. Like it gives that futuristic vibe that when you were growing up, you know what I mean? Depending on when you were growing up. When you was growing up, you kind of had like this vision of what the future might look like because of TV shows and whatever else it might have been, you know, with the flying cars, living with robots, you know what I'm saying? Like touch screens, you got vision goggles, you got, you know, holograms and all that stuff, which a lot of this is actually happening now. But in this video game, it gives you that form of what the future would look like, just with all the nice colors and that dark eerie, oh my God, y'all, it looks so inviting. Now they did talk about the sound design, and sadly, because I haven't played the game myself, I don't fully know, but I can get a good idea of what's kind of going on and how they want the sound design and everything to operate in this game. And from the video that I was listening to, the sounds, they sounding, y'all, if that makes sense. The sounds are sounding like the reload animations. It sounds good. The footsteps, running in the water, sliding, the action, like everything sounds good. Oh my God, and to mention the action, y'all, that's a great way to segue into the AI. The robots in this, I thought Arc Raiders did a really good job with introducing that. That was something for me anyways that I was like, oh, I think that's dope in this extraction shooter. You're not just worried about people, you're worried about these robots as well. I also feel like Bungie took that and said, oh, we can go even a step above that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only are the robots gonna react differently and kind of function in a different manner to make them feel a little bit more alive, even though they are AI, it looks like some of the damn bots is gonna be able to thirst and finish you. That's crazy. I know people gonna be mad, but that's crazy to me, because in Arc Raiders, when they down you, it seemed like, okay, cool, you get up out of there, you get away, unless another player comes and kills you, which is still cool. But with this, it's like, nigga, I'm down. All right, you good. It's just a bot. No, nigga, the bot is thirsting me. It's got its tentacles in places it ain't supposed to be. Come get me now. That's what it felt like. That's what I was watching. That's what it felt like. Y'all gotta calm down. I'm getting excited again, but I am excited. But kind of staying on topic with the action thing, with the guns that they got in here, the way they look, that like blockish kind of shape, the way they just have like a specific different kind of look, I'm actually rocking with that. And apparently they said they got over 400 different attachments that you can even get for your weapons, y'all. 400? 400. That's a lot. That is a lot of attachments that you can get, on top of the fact that there are perks or upgrades that you can kind of get in the game from working with other factions, almost like Ark, where you guys have like a skill tree. Think of it like that. It would be like your skill tree, right? So you do things for them. So what they said was one of the factions is like, you know, they got you out there, you looking for specific items, you get these items, you can bring them back to them. And since they got such deep pockets, now you get all these nice things, possibly some gold attachments or just some gold loot, which you can either sell or you can do whatever the heck you need to do with them. And you get them points from the faction, and those points are used towards your skill tree. And how the skill tree is supposed to help you out is it makes your shell a lot better, or it gives you buffs in certain things for that season. It gives you some upgrades and maybe even some of the attachments that you get on. So now instead of just your handling being all trash and at 0, now maybe this attachment will give you +7 on your handling, solely because you did a certain thing for a faction. And now you built that skill tree up to where it's like, hey, my shell can handle this whatever gun better because I did that specific thing for them. You know what I'm saying? And in the other factions, it's not all the same thing where it's like, bring me loot. Some of the factions, it sounds like they got where it's like, yo, bump all that loot and all that other shit, get out there and gun niggas down. The more people you kill, the more skills we gonna give you. So it's like, it's so many different things with this game, and I feel like this is really gonna be able to draw some people in. Like I said, y'all, this one is supposed to feel, from the sounds of it, a little bit more like Apex Legends. It doesn't look like it's super crazy heavy movement in here. There is a character with some movement, but it's not like the entire game is based around that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and before I get up out of here, I can't leave the video without mentioning the fact that they even said that now, let's just say you get into some action, right? Or let's say you get into a raid late. In that process, you're looking for loot. You're doing the things that you would normally do in extraction shooters, right? And now you get into a building and you come across some bodies. This is still normal. You see bodies in video games like that all the time. But what is different, y'all, the bodies decay over time. And they were saying, like, with the bodies decaying over time, it's kind of just essentially letting you know, like, people have looted it and whatever the case may be. You might still see some of, like, the blood splatter or whatever it's supposed to be. If you see fresh bodies, it's a good sign and a good way to know, like, oh, it might be some people around here because this body is still fresh. It ain't decayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an indication and a way for you to kind of be aware of your surroundings. Like, oh, shit. All right. Hold on. Is it bots? Is it real people? And yes, y'all, they do have proximity chat. So it's like you can still talk the same way you can in Arc Raiders. Now, I don't know if they had that before. From the sounds of it, it wasn't included and people wasn't happy about it, but they added it. I could go on and on about this game, and the more and more I learn, the more and more I get excited about it. Now, I know there are other games out there, especially extraction shooters like Delta Force. You know, Delta Force, from the sounds of it, also has abilities in there, but that one almost feels like it's taking a little bit of like, okay, we want abilities from certain games, but it feels and looks like a Call of Duty game. Again, nothing wrong with that. If that's what you into, more power to you. But for me, the way Apex grabbed hold and like just gave me a different experience, now when I see something else like that, I immediately am gravitated towards it. So for me anyways, Marathon looks crazy good. I'm super excited to try it out. And if you just like me, man, you've never played an extraction shooter a day in your life, but maybe there is a little bit of you that's a little curious and would be willing to try it, Marathon might be the one. It's got a lot of the things that might grab some of your attentions from people who play different games and different genre of games, but you like that ability kind of style. Slightly open worldness, but not crazy massive to where you can get lost in it. You know what I mean? Like this, it sounds like it's got what we need, y'all. But that's all I got for y'all right now, man. They said that they gonna have it available for free on the 26th of February until the game officially releases, which it should be on March 5th. Then after that, I believe it's a $40 entry to go ahead and buy the game and get up in there. But they wanted to give people that small window where they can get in and try the game for themselves and make that decision on, do I want to buy it or am I cool off of it? Personally, I'm getting in there and I want to try it out and I want to see exactly what it's talking about. Hopefully that helped you out to understand the game a little bit, man. I still know there are things that I can cover on it. And again, I asked y'all, forgive me, man. I haven't played the game myself. So I'm kind of just going off he say, she say kind of deal. And just from what I'm seeing, I'm telling y'all, this extraction shooter looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a nicer experience for those of us who aren't crazy about extraction shooters. But if you are crazy about them, I feel like this is just going to be another one of your games that you throwing up into the rotation and you like, extraction shooters is up and ain't nobody touching it right now. Thank you guys for watching this video, man. I hope that you did enjoy and I hope I provided a little bit of information to make it a little easier and get you as excited as I am. But with all that, thank you guys and I look forward to catch you in the next one. Peace and air grease.